take your hotel elsewhere. You have staff who deserve a good pay. You have the government that ought to get its fair share of taxes. You cannot just concentrate exclusively on exploiting concessions and to push governments into the ground. You all need to stop it. That kind of model, it is a slave model. It's a colonialistic model that does not work for the Caribbean people. You need to step up. And I expect a brand like Sandals, that we all admire as a Caribbean brand, should feel proud that we're making a significant contribution to government revenues, and should feel proud that your workers can earn enough money to get a mortgage, to own a decent home, a decent car. Not just about you expanding while others are struggling. We can't even attract locals to work in the hotel sector because of the pay so small. While you're making tens of millions of dollars every year out of each of these small economies. And then every time there's a little assessment about your taxes, you come with all kind of reasons why you should not be paying and challenging inland revenue. I'm tired of it. When it comes to that now, if you can't ensure that there's an equitable dispensation going forward where everybody benefit, if it just Sandals alone to benefit, well, take your hotel elsewhere. And I'm dead serious. And I don't want this matter to end up in the public domain like the last time. Because, you know, I don't want to fight with you all. I want to fight you in the body. But you're overdoing it. I was shocked when, Inland Revenue said to me that they're not cooperating. They want to take out all kind of deductions out of the ABST. They're paying it now. They're collecting the ABST from their customers. But at the same time, remember they get all the corporation taxes off.
So
and the little ABST.
What would they pull from that?
Boy, they put all kind of something in there about they advertise this and that cost and all kind of foolishness. I am just tired of Sandals. Tired of them. Tired. And again, as I said, I really don't necessarily want this matter to become a big public spat. But if it ends up being in a public spat again, if it's one man, they're not going to recoil from any fight with them in the interest of the people of Antigua and Barbuda. It's me. And they ought to know that. And I hope they don't try and test me. So y'all need to settle up your bill. We need monies to fund the country. And stop fighting inland revenue. And it's not me who tell inland revenue to go and do an assessment, yeah? They did it on their own volition. But at the same time, Sandals just continue to play these games. And we know what these hotels do to you, So, you know what they do, for example? It's so bad-minded and greedy. If, for example, a tourist pays $1,000 a night, you know what they do? They have all kind of middle company in the United States and so on. So by the time they report the money, you report half. So you get instead of getting your 17% ABST on the 1,000 and get $170, you're getting half if you're lucky. I mean, y'all got to stop it. And the believers are always stupid, Bad-mindedness. So it's like the government not supposed to get nothing. They must get everything. And you know the last situation we had with them. And then on top of that, they had an agreement with the farm administration to hold on to 65% of the ABST. Not their money, And then when we negotiate to them and say to them, hey, you can't do that. It's not your money. It's trust money that you're holding on behalf of the state. They ridicule me up and down the Caribbean saying I'm removing concessions. Government taxes can be that you're collecting on behalf of government. Can be any concession. And the thing is, they can't do that in countries like the United States because they'll go to jail. But they feel that, Caribbean countries are small and powerless. And you know what they keep doing? As soon as they have a dispute with them, they threaten to shut down the hotel. And if you notice that, remember they did the same thing too? Talk about they're going to do repairs, do something. And in fact, the last time they did that, you think they did any substantial repairs? They must have changed the color of the building at the time. I mean, come on, man. All of us are stakeholders. Be reasonable. You can't want to run your staff in the ground. Deprive government of much needed taxes to run the country. And they want the best services too, But at the same time, they don't want to contribute their fair share of taxes. I observed too that within the Caribbean Tourism Association, they carried some argument there saying how government is reducing their concessions, and in that case, it's going to create a problem for the hotel sector. Well, I responded, and I said to them, look, you have different stakeholders in this sector. It's not just the hotels alone, and they can't get everything. You must ensure that the staff can benefit equitably, and the governments as well. I don't know what more concessions they want. You get up to 25 years tax-free concession. You have to pay $1 in corporate taxes. There, we have no capital appreciation tax. Withholding taxes are waived invariably. What else do they want? What do they want from the people of the Caribbean? What they want? They want the shirts too? So I'm saying here, going forward, we need to see a more equitable model in this sector, because the sector needs to work for us. Not just one set of, you were in the plantation economy when the Europeans and them and the North Americans used to take all the money, repatriate it, and the bill not here. It's the same thing they're doing too. Repatriating all the money to build hotels elsewhere. And then they make some little token contributions and, behave as though there's some kind of big time, corporate responsible administration, entity, which is not the case, So I'm just saying, I'm just tired of that kind of gaming, and I want to make sure that going forward there's a better relationship with these hotels. And I use Sandals as an example, but it doesn't stop with Sandals. There are others.
I was just about to ask you.
It doesn't stop.